Well, I hope Nick's talking about neighbors coming into Avenue N, because we certainly don't recommend people driving in this storm later this evening. As we take a look at live pinpoint Doppler 12 radar, steady snow has started to move in, darker blues starting to show up. We're talking about some heavier snowfall now and getting some reports of as much as a half an inch of snow reported from down in North Kingstown. As we take a look here at the bigger picture, we've got plenty of moisture to work with. The storm just getting going. In fact, the height of it is going to be this afternoon and this evening. This is just one of our camera images from the University of Rhode Island. You can see the snow piling up on the camera lens there over the last hour, and visibilities are starting to drop. So we're now down below 2 miles south of Providence from Newport to Westerly, and those visibilities will continue to drop as the snow intensifies and the winds pick up. And when we start to see those visibilities under a quarter of a mile, we're starting to talk about those blizzard conditions, and we certainly expect that by later this afternoon. So 2 o'clock, we're looking at heavier snow, poor visibility through the afternoon hours, winds picking up at 7, northeast winds 30 to 40 miles per hour, blizzard conditions during this time with heavy snow and strong winds. And then for midnight tonight, winds are howling, the height of the storm hitting southeastern New England, heavy snow, strong winds, maybe gusting over 50 miles per hour, maybe even over 60 miles per hour close to the coastline. So we're watching the development of our nor'easter, these two systems yet to combine here, but they will, and that low pressure will work its way up past Nantucket, and we are looking at blizzard conditions again from this storm system all across southeastern New England. So travel conditions through the day will deteriorate. By noon, we're still talking poor travel conditions, but by 4 o'clock it's dangerous, and by 8 o'clock this evening it will probably be nearly impossible. The Futurecast showing why. The snow continuing through the afternoon, maybe at times mixing with some sleet or some rain along our south coast. This is 3 dark blue showing that heavy snowfall, and by 7-8 o'clock this evening, this is the again heavy snow where it's accumulating at 2 to 3 inches an hour, and that continues all throughout the rest of the evening and the overnight hours before starting to slowly taper off Saturday morning. But I think even Saturday morning we're going to get those blizzard-like conditions, blowing and drifting snow before the winds and these storms slowly drift away. But notice even as late as 8 o'clock, this computer model still has snow over Cape Cod. So we're talking about snowfall totals again in that range of 20 to maybe even 30 inches. In fact, we've just been looking at some of the latest data coming in now, some of the morning computer models, and they're still printing out 20 to 30 inches of snow across most of our area. So 15 to 24 is where I have our range along the east and west bays, but up to 24 to 30 inches as you travel inland, where we have the highest confidence that we're going to stay all snow, and where we're expecting a little bit of mixing, about 10 to 18 inches. So we're not just talking about the snow, but those strong winds. When you say 50, 60 mile an hour wind gusts, we're talking about potential wind damage. Notice, or you'll be noting that those branches and limbs will be weighed heavily by the snowfall. So not only limbs and branches down, but power outages and the potential for just minor coastal flooding at the Rhode Island South Coast. It's not going to be a big issue for us. Some flooding along eastern Massachusetts. But here's how we expect it to pile up today. We should be at about 7 inches of snow by 8 o'clock this evening, up to a foot by midnight, and then the second foot of snow will fall between midnight and noon tomorrow, with an 18-inch total by 4 a.m., 22 inches by 8 a.m., and up to that 2-foot total by about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So I think we're not going to see much improvement until we head late into the day on Saturday, which means Sunday may end up the day that it takes crews to clean up the road conditions. Monday, milder, we'll do some melting. We'll also see some rain on Monday. Back to you guys.